aspire, build, advance, as one people, one family, God bless our nation.
In the goal, we have Andre Welch, Captain Leon St. John, number 15, Jalen Young, number 5, Rowan George, number 16, Chevron Baptiste, number 6, Shamari Mark, number 8, Rael Alexander, number 19, Karen Kutin, number 9, Christian Julian, number 20, Kashim Williams, number 14, Shakil Peters. The team is coached by Mr. Monroe. The national under-17, Shakil Charles in goal, the captain Keyshawn Clark, number 7. Number 4, Dequan Antoine, number 3, Jaden Thomas, number 13, Anthony Berkeley, number 19, Kitaniel Clarence, number 6, Neon Phillip, number 10, Simeon Mitchell, number 15, Keon Hostialik, number 16, Trey John, number 11, Chanel Belfon. The team is coached by Kurt Rennie. The referee team this evening, we have Michael Stanislaus in the middle, the referee. He's assisted by Arnold Charles. Also assisted by Kerry Maras. And his fourth official on the bench, Dwight Andrews. The match commissioner this afternoon, Sylvan Chan. The referee assessor, Valman Bido.
Good afternoon, good evening wherever you are, and welcome to the Kirani James Athletic Stadium for live action in the GFA Pure Grenada Cup 2020. We welcome you with the good news that conditions are excellent here for football at the Grenada National Stadium. In a matchup of two giants here this afternoon, the St. Mark's outfit against the National Under-17 team. St. Mark's Western Stars versus the National Under-17 team. Both teams have played one round of matches already. St. Mark's Western Stars, they were very impressive in their opening encounter against the St. David's top strikers, beating them 6-1. And the National Under-17 team was on the losing end to the Crown City Strikers, 4-0. So we're just about to pick up play in the first half here. St. Mark's Western Stars would have the first go at it. And the officials for today, Michael Stanislaus will be the referee here, and he will be assisted by Arnold Charles and Dwight Andrew. Match Commissioner Sylvan Chan and the referee's assessor, Valman Bido. The St. Mark's Western Stars is coached by Andrew Monroe, and the National Under-17 team is coached by none other than Kurt Rennie. So we pick up play now in the first half. The St. Mark's Western Stars in the maroon and white, and the National Under-17 team in the yellow and green. For those of you who are very familiar with the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, the Western Stars, they are defending the goal towards the Grand Lake Power Plant, and the Under-17 team, they are defending the goal towards the bus terminal end of the National Stadium. St. Mark's have already established and sent a strong threat to the remaining teams in this tournament by winning their first encounter by an impressive 6-1 against the St. David's top strikers. And no doubt they'll be looking to put on another very impressive performance today against the national under-17 team. Of course, the St. Mark's outfit comes with a lot of experience and ability as well against maybe a much more inexperienced under-17 national team. But nonetheless, we hope that these youngsters can really rise to the challenge and provide some good competition for the St. Mark's Western Stars. As we see Simeon Mitchell here showing some good ball control and ball skill as well for the under-17 team. The under-17 team do have quite a number of impressive youngsters who would have emerged from the college league and from the various other leagues throughout the country. And we can see some notable names here like Kian Hastialik, who was the captain of the Presentation Brothers team and was very impressive in that Right Start tournament. We also see Anthony Berkeley, who last played for the Hillsborough Secondary School, who would have played for GBSS in the past. As a shot comes in here from St. Mark's, but it's no real danger to the goalkeeper for the national under-17 team, and that is Shaquille Charles. I'm sure Shaquille will have a lot of work here to do today against the St. Mark's Western Stars. What I've also noticed that quite a few persons have journeyed down from the western side to see their home team. Not a lot of people here at the National Stadium for obvious reasons, but the diehard fans and supporters of the various teams are here to support them. St. Mark's down the right-hand side. Shaquille Peters. Shot comes in, not a good one. High and wide. No real threat to the goal here, as the under-17 team has been put under some pressure in the very early stages of this encounter. It's still 0-0 here at the National Stadium, just under 3 minutes gone so far. And both teams will look to get into a rhythm as quickly as they can and settle down and string some passes together, look towards the formation and see how they can gain the ascendancy very early in this encounter. Nice ball here being placed by the National Under-17 team. Did some good work here to retrieve this one. Finds his man here now, but the referee whistle goes. Simeon Mitchell here. Ball actually went into touch, and it's going to be a throw-in for the St. Mark's Western Stars. So we welcome you wherever you are, those of you who are joining us on your mobile devices, your cell phones, your tablets, or your PCs, and Facebook and whatever other platforms you're viewing this broadcast. We welcome you, and we hope that you have a very exciting evening of football. There's going to be 2 matches. This first encounter is between the St. Mark's Western Stars and the National Under-17 team. And later on, we're going to see the Big Parish Stars coming up against the St. John's outfit. So it's the Pure Grenada Cup 2020. A lot of people have been yearning for some football action. So it's good football action here for you. And although we know that you cannot make it down to the National Stadium, we're happy to bring it to you wherever you are, live and in living colors, right here at the Kirani James National Stadium. National Under-17 team here in possession, looking to string a couple passes together, losing the ball in the process. As they continue to hustle for it in the middle of the field, the referee whistle goes. That's Michael Stanislaus. He is the man adjudicating here. And he's assisted by Arnold Charles and Dwight Andrew.
Ladies and gentlemen, just want to remind you that you should be wearing a mask.
So St. Mark's Western Stars in the maroon here. Not yet showing any great dominance in this encounter. It's very early, but they would have to maybe play a little more patient and regain composure, look to put some passes together and frustrate the Under-17 team. I think they're just too hurried and too rushed to move forward and losing possession on many occasions. National Under-17, that's Philip here. Philip still has it. Goes back to his left defender, that's Jaden Thomas. Thomas goes back and finds Anthony Berkeley. Goalkeeper Charles fumbling a lot of maybe overconfidence here by the under-17 team in their own penalty area. Good skill here exhibited by the youngster. Moving forward, been fouled in the process. And that's Simeon Mitchell exhibiting some really, really good skills here, getting past 2-3 men on the trot. And Mitchell really did look nice on that occasion here and earning himself a free kick for his team. As we see him again, getting past the first one, a good skill here. Second one, foul in the process at this stage. And a good little player indeed is Mitchell. Some danger here for St. Mark's. Danger averted here now as the ball has been cleared away by the central defender. But the national under-17 team here created a little bit of anxious moments inside of the penalty area for the St. Mark's Western Stars. Under-17 again, national U17. The cross comes in, it's not a good one. Ricochets of the defender. Mitchell has it, finds his man, who goes back into Berkeley. Berkeley not making the good pass here. And again, possession is won by the national U17. Ball given away. St. Mark's looking to put together some form of attack here. St. Mark's is boasting the only hat-trick in the tournament so far, which was scored by Christian Julian. He's wearing the number 9 shirt here today. So he will be looking to increase on his tally of goals in this match, I'm sure. Some defensive work here by the under-17. Hostialik goes back into his left back. That's Jaden Thomas. Infringement call against the St. Mark's Western Stars. But so far, the national U17 holding their own against the more experienced St. Mark's Western Stars and being able to keep them at bay for the moment. I'm sure the St. Mark's Western Stars would have come in here as the favorites, having already defeated the top strikers 6 goals to 1, and knowing that the national under-17 team would have lost to the Crown City strikers. But the youngsters have given a good account of themselves so far and been able to withhold the challenge put forward by the Western Stars. It's good to see Shamari Mark back on the pitch here. Shamari Mark, the son of the former Steve Mark. As Buckley here for the U17, looking to play it into touch, but not being successful. But nonetheless, the U17 earns themselves a throw-in. Throw will be taken here by Nathaniel Clarence. A lot of possession here being taken up by the U17. And I just believe that the Western Stars need to just look to string some passes, play very patient. They're the more experienced team, but there's an eagerness to want to move forward. And in so doing, they're losing composure and giving away the ball quite easily. As we just see here now, Hostialik it is looking to make the pass here for his striker. Unable to find his striker, but it is Mitchell who comes out with it. Very skillful Mitchell. Let's see what he does on this occasion. Finds his player in the midfield here. A lot of possession enjoyed here by the U17. A much better performance than we saw them in their first encounter so far. Counter attack here now by St. Mark's Western Stars. Gets inside of the penalty area. Crosses it. This should be goal number 1. It is indeed goal number 1. First goal here scored by the Western Stars. And much against the run of play, but it was a good counter attack. The right winger picking up the ball and getting past the defender, finding his man in the middle, and thereafter it was an easy goal for Kashim William. As we look back here again, we see Julian getting past Buckley. Buckley losing his footwear in the process, and then Williams put the icing on the cake here to send St. Mark's Western Stars 1 goal up. Goal scored in the 11th minute. Kashim William. And Kashim William was not on the score list in the first game for St. Mark's, as we see a player down here for the U17 seems to have a finger injury. That looks like Buckley. Anthony Buckley. Been given some attention here. So it's live pure Grenada Cup action at the Kirani James Football Stadium. A match between the St. Mark's Western Stars and the National Under-17 team. And I was commenting a while ago that the National Under-17 team was really holding out the St. Mark's Western Stars, the more experienced outfit here this evening. But against the run of play, we saw Christian Julian getting past the defender here, Buckley, and being able to find Kasim William in the middle. And from thereafter, he was 1v1 with the goalkeeper and didn't have much to do to score the first goal for the St. Mark's Western Stars to send them 1 goal up in the 11th minute of play. And Buckley is down. He's nursing an injury. The goalkeeper seems to have doing some concussion protocol as well. I'm not sure what would have happened here. He must have had a collision when the goal was scored. And we see the physio doing the concussion protocol with him here to ensure that he's okay, all the faculties are intact, and he's fit enough to continue playing. So let's see what happens here. He seems to be fit. He's been given the clearance, so to speak, by the medical team. And the play will resume momentarily. So it's 1-0 in favor of the St. Mark's Western Stars. Just in case you are just joining us, we encourage you to share the live, as we say, and encourage others to view the live broadcast, especially for those who are unable because of the COVID protocols to be here at the National Stadium. We're very delighted to bring it to you wherever you are in Grenada and throughout the world on the Grenada Football Association Facebook page. So share the live and encourage others to join in the broadcast as we bring it to you live from the Kirani James National Stadium. Action continues here. Ball given away easily. Hastialik picks it up for the under-17 team. Gets it back now is Hastialik. Very, very skillful player indeed. I saw his entire family is here to look at the game. His dad, his mom, his siblings. They're all here to cheer him on. And in his years, especially the last year played for the PBC, really look a class above the rest of the PBC players. You could have actually seen a difference in a player Hastialik was for the Presentation Brothers College at the College League tournament. Some nice passes put together here by the under-17 team. That's Hastialik here, looking to get it around this man, unable to do so. St. Mark's looked to put together another counter-attack. So far the standard is not too bad. Both teams looking to, the intention is there to string some passes together and to settle into a nice rhythm. I don't think both teams have really settled down yet. We know we can expect a lot more from the St. Mark's, from the Western Stars. And I'm sure the National Under-17 team coached by Kurt Rennie, Alexander, and Chicken, as we call him, have their own thoughts on how the National Under-17 team should perform here today. And no doubt they would have gone back to the drawing board, as we always say, from their first encounter where they lost to the Crown City Stars, to see what mistakes they made and how they could improve on the performance. And so far we've seen a tremendous improvement from the Under-17 team. As St. Mark's comes forward again, Raquel Julian it is here looking to come forward, but being confronted by a wall of defenders as the U17 looks to come forward. St. Mark's regaining possession. Crowded middle of the field it seems here. St. Mark's still in possession. Coming down the right hand side again is St. Mark's. That's Alexander. And Alexander losing possession on this occasion. That's so just about 15 minutes has gone in this encounter. It's 1-0 in favor of the St. Mark's Western Stars. A goal scored in the 11th minute by Kashim Williams. A lot of the game has been played in the half of the under 17, but they are indeed enjoying a fair amount of possession. It's just that they're having some difficulty in moving into the half of the Western Stars. We saw them having one anxious moment in front of the goal for the Western Stars, but other than that, they have really not pressed hard in the offensive third of the field. But they're enjoying a lot of possession in their own half of the field. So the midfield seems to be doing a good job. The strikers have not been fed well, and so the coach will need to look at that, how he can get the ball up to the strikers, having the defense and the midfield coordinating and putting together some good passes, but the ball just not getting to the strikers up front. Hostialikitis plays it back to his left defender here. Looking to make that long, high pass. Looking for Mitchell. Mitchell, one to look out for. Looks very, very skillful indeed. Very nippy. Good dribble of the ball as well. Looking to move forward here is the U17. But losing the ball in a very dangerous situation here as St. Mark's Western Stars applies the pressure. And the shot comes in, the ricochets, but goalkeeper throwing himself to the left and making an easy tumbling save. Bowls it out here now for his left defender. That's Jaden Thomas. Thomas crosses it up, plays it across field. Difficult pass here for his right defender. Quick play here by St. Mark's Western Stars. Foul through call here by the referee. But I like what I'm seeing so far from the U17, which is much, much different to what we saw in the first encounter. The intention is clear, to control the ball, to string some passes together, and to really keep out the St. Mark's Western Stars attackers. And so far they've been doing a good job, notwithstanding they're trailing 1 goal down. They're really enjoying a fair amount of possession here today. Hostialikitis is here now on the left-hand side, looking for his striker, unable to find him. Western Stars under some pressure here, having to make the hurried clearance. Good pressure exerted here by the U17. Thomas it is, throws it in. Back to Thomas here. Buckley picks it up here. The big burly figure of Buckley. Pretty big for a U17 player. Remember the days when he used to play for the GBSS? But has since migrated to Carriacou and now plays for the Hillsborough Secondary School. Very huge figure in the back there is Buckley. St. Mark's looking to come down the left-hand side here. Good running here by St. Mark's. Looking to make the cross. Mistimes the ball but regains possession. Give him some space here. Again, inside of the penalty area for the U17. Been hustled off the ball. The defensive, notwithstanding the few minor blunders made by the defense for the U17, they're really holding out the St. Mark's Western Stars at the moment. And that is good. You could see the intention of the Western Stars is to press forward all the time. But whenever they attempt to do so, they have this wall of defenders to contend with of the U17 team. And that is good defensive work here by them. Let's hope they can maintain that right through the game. Look at the level of confidence to be able to be stringing these number of passes within their own penalty area when they're under pressure or closely marked by the St. Mark's team. So a lot of confidence as they push forward here with a good attack. It's Mitchell down the left-hand side looking for his man in the middle. Finds him nicely now. Shot could come in. Good goalkeeping here by goalkeeper Welsh for the Western Stars. Really coming off his line and reading the play. Although the shot that came in here was not the best shots from the U17 player, but a good move here by the U17 to apply some pressure and to create some anxiety for the defense of the Western Stars. That's Mitchell here, one of the danger men for the U17. Look at how these youngsters are confident on the ball and stringing some passes and moving through. Good move here again by Mitchell to find his man. Let's see what happens here. What good defensive work here. Using extra strength here is the St. Mark's Western Stars. But Some holes have been identified in the defense of the Western Stars, and it's been done by the national under-17 team here. And the likes of Mitchell and others finding some gaps here in the defense of the St. Mark's Western Stars. Goalkeeper Welsh for the Western Stars, not been called to duty on many occasions in this encounter so far. Pretty much relaxing time for him. Maybe he had 2 anxious moments. Long ball been played forward here now by the Western Stars. Finding his man nicely here. Again, look at the rush and the speed at which the youngsters are coming to, the aggression that they have on the ball. And that is a good showing for them here today. Foul call against Western Stars. Karim Kute not too happy about that. Let's continue, let's continue. It's going to be Buckley to take the kick for the U17. Buckley plays it into Thomas. Thomas back with Buckley again. That's now with Hostialik looking for Mitchell in the middle. That wasn't Mitchell on this occasion, but it was Shonil Belfon. Good pass here by St. Mark's. Down the left hand side, gets past Buckley. Buckley looks a little bit tired now. It's goal number 2 for the St. Mark's Western Stars. And Buckley looking a little bit tired on this occasion here. Really giving up to the attacker. And it's goal number 2 for the St. Mark's Western Stars. Goal scored in the 23rd minute. And it's scored by Crystal Julian, number 9. And that brings him to 4 goals in the tournament so far from 2 encounters. So Crystal Julian in good form here this season. Had a hat-trick in the first game. And that's him here, scoring the second one for the St. Mark's Western Stars as they go up 2-0 in the first half of this encounter. We're going to have a hydration break. And we're going to resume with some more live, exciting football here at the Kirani James National Stadium. It's a game between the St. Mark's Western Stars and the national under-17 team. Coach Kurt Rennie and Gerard Alexander. Kurt Rennie, the head coach of this team. And no doubt he's doing some assessment of their play so far. But quite frankly, they've been giving a good account of themselves. It's unfortunate at this stage that the 2 goes down. Although a lot of the ball has been played in their own half of the field, they are indeed enjoying a fair amount of ball possession and have created at least 2 anxious moments for the defense of the St. Mark's Western Stars. So just to let you know that the tournament is in 2 groups, and the first 2 teams of either groups would emerge for the playoff rounds. The winner of Group 1 will play against the second place in Group 2 and vice versa. And the winners would emerge for the finals. So far they scored 2-0 in favor of the Western Stars. The Western Stars has so far 4 shots on goal as opposed to 1 by the under-17 team. Nobody has had corner kicks so far. And 3 fouls have been committed by the Western Stars. Goalkeeper for the under-17 team, that's Charles, been called to duty more occasions than Welsh of the Western Stars, pulling off 3 saves as against 1 for the Western Stars. So that gives you an indication as to which team has been more aggressive. More shots on goal by the St. Mark's Western Stars, and more saves as well by the under-17 goalkeeper Charles. And we've had 2 goals scored by the St. Mark's Western Stars. One by Williams, that's Kashif Williams in the 11th minute, and Crystal Julian in the 23rd minute of play. So just in case you've just joined us, the national under-17 team in the green shirts and the yellow shorts, and in the maroon is the Western Stars. Hostialik here finds Thomas. Thomas looking to find his man here. Hostialik comes over with it here, looking to find his man in the middle, which is Belfon. Belfon finds his player here. Is this going to be goal number 1 for the Western Star, for the under-17? It is indeed, and it's scored here by Kishan Clark. Kishan Clark here seizing the opportunity given to him and scores a comeback goal here for the national under-17 team. But I did warn you that they were looking good, and they've been able to find one of the many holes that we've identified in the defense of the Western Stars. Look at the ball being played here. Nice ball. Looks like offside to me here from this vantage point. But the referee's assistant was in a good position, didn't flag this one, and it was Clark, Kishan Clark, the captain of the team, who has scored the goal here for the national under-17 team. I make it in the 25th minute of play. So the score is now 2-1 in favor of the Western Stars. And that will bring a lot more balance to the team. I really think that the national under-17 team is deserving of this goal. I did identify earlier on that there are some gaps and holes in the defense of the St. Mark's Western Stars. Maybe it's overconfidence or maybe too composed at the back. And some nice passes been put together to allow Kishan Clark to find that comeback goal here for the national under-17 team. Charles coming off his line nicely here for the national under-17 team. We see some changes now in the formation of the back line for the national under-17 team. Again, some nice passes put forward here by the under-17 team. Cross comes in here, but there's not enough players up front. Not a good cross as well. But I like to see the combination between Belfon, Mitchell, and on some occasions between John, that's Troy John on the right-hand side. But a lot of the build-up of the national under-17 team seems to be on the left-hand side where Hostialik is being positioned. And there's also good combination between Hostialik and Mitchell. But a bad miss here by Hostialik, but enough to almost regain possession here. Danger averted by his defender here, that's Thomas. Jaden Thomas involved a lot in this encounter. A hopeful ball being played here by St. Mark's. Charles very comfortable with this one. As the U17 look to come forward again. That's Belfon. Bad pass by Belfon here. But recovering nicely is the defense for the U17. That's Buckley here, the big burly figure of Buckley in back here. Being able to keep the strikers out. He's under some pressure as well. But this is setting up to be a very intriguing encounter between the St. Mark's Western Stars and the national under-17 team. Good tough defending here again by Kishan Clark. Captain Kishan Clark here. Look how quickly the U17 is closing down on the St. Mark's players. Bad miss here. It's an own goal. It's an own goal, and it looks as though it came off Shonil Belfon. And disappointing moment here for the U17. Indeed, it didn't come from Belfon, but it came from Antoine. Deacon Antoine might be the one credited for the own goal, and this would send the score up now to 3-1, an own goal in the 30th minute of play.
Ladies and gentlemen, goal for St. Mark's Western Stars, the 31st minute. It was our own goal.
Very ragged defending here now by the U17, as an opportunity has been missed by the St. Mark's Western Stars. But I think the own goal would have really took some wind out of the sails of the U17. and they really need to maintain their composure. It's not the end of the game yet, and they can certainly bounce back. We're still in the first half of play, just in the 31st or 32nd minute of play. I'm sure St. Mark's Western Stars would now look to dominate proceedings from here on, enjoying a nice 3-1 advantage at this time. Good hustling here by the U17. U17 looking to come forward again. Putting together some good passes here. Under some pressure is the goalkeeper, but coming off his line nicely is Welsh and averting the danger. Very casual pass back to goalkeeper Welsh. Referee Stanislaus doing a good job so far. Not too much to complain about by the players. Although there was some question mark surrounding the goal by the U17, but the referee's assistant was in a very good position to judge what was happening at the time. Ostialik finds his number 11, Belfont. Losing the ball in possession here is Belfont. It's now with Mark. Mark finds Coutain. Ostialik picks it up for the U17. Ostialik finds Philip. Philip almost losing the ball in the process. Some strong tackling here by the St. Mark's Western Stars. Ball is now with Batiste. Batiste finds Mark. Mark goes wide. Shot comes in, it's a low hard shot. Good save here by goalkeeper Charles. Diving save here by Charles. Not been able to make contact, but had his goal covered nicely. But a good snapshot been taken by the striker. Antoine for the U17. Losing the ball in the process is U17. Looking to see if they can regain it here. Coutain finds his man here nicely. Looking to dribble inside of the penalty area here, but been tackled here by at least 3 U17 players. As U17 look to muster a counter attack now. Losing the ball in the process. St. Mark's, Coutain looking to find his man coming down the right hand side, but good defensive work here. Been a hustle of the ball. What regains nicely here is Thomas. Danger seems to be averted now for the U17. Late tackle here coming in from Alexander. He's been given the yellow card, so a yellow card has been issued here to Real Alexander. And that yellow card been discharged here in the 35th minute of play. First yellow card for the match so far. It's been a pretty decent encounter. Not too much rough tackling or reasons for the referee to be blowing the whistle very often. It's been a pretty much decent encounter between these two teams. So in case you've just joined us, it's the Pure Grenada Cup here at the Kirani James National Stadium. It's an encounter between the St. Mark's Western Stars and the National Under-17 team. The score this time 3-1 in favor of the St. Mark's Western Stars. We're still in the first half of this encounter, just about 40 minutes would have gone. We have another 5 minutes or so. But that's Julian here. Prolific scorer for the St. Mark's Western Stars. Finds his man Batiste. But good tackling here by Ostialik. But been called for the foul on this occasion is Ostialik. Kick to be taken by Batiste for the Western Stars. Plays it in short here now, finds Coutin. Coutin has a left cracker on goal, ricochets of the defender. And it's now with Alexander. Nice touching ball, finds his player, that's Julian, and Julian scores his second one for the day. His 5th of the tournament so far. Julian, but Christian Julian in a rich form of goal scoring in this tournament. 5 goals in 2 encounters so far. And maybe he's going for another hat-trick in this match here today. But the defense been caught sleeping here. Nice looping ball here. Good first touch here by Julian. And then just lobbed it over the goalkeeper's head for his 2nd goal in the match. And to send St. Mark's Western Stars 4 goals to 1. A lot of pressure now on the under-17 team. We're still in the first half and they're trailing 4 goals to 1. I think the experience of the St. Mark's Western Stars is having its toll on these youngsters as they look to redeem some glory for themselves here with a counter-attack, but losing the ball in the process. St. Mark's Western Stars has a lot of time and space. They could really slow it down now and just go into the first half with a lot of confidence and momentum as well. It's a game where we've seen some flashes of brilliance from both teams and some good goals as well. Pretty decent football as well. Both teams looking to really put some passes together and to show that they have really put some effort into their training. Foul call here against St. Mark's, against Shamari Mark. Shamari Mark is a man who has been marshalling the midfield here for the St. Mark's Western Stars. Buckley is it who's going to take the kick here for the U17. Goes wide and finds Antoine. Looking to make that long searching pass is Clarence. St. Mark's resetting it here. Welsh finds Batiste. Batiste finds St. John. St. John goes wide to find Young. Young finds Coutin. And St. Mark's looking to put on a nice brand of football here in this first half as the first half comes to a close, as Coutin comes wide, finds his skipper here, that's St. John. Back with skipper St. John, finds Karim Coutin. So that's what they should have been doing from very early, just playing it very patient, stringing some passes together, frustrating the likes of the under-17 team, and then looking to slip the ball forward and score some goals. So they're playing a lot of possession football now. You can see the intent really is not to go forward as aggressively as they were in the early stages of this game. They are enjoying a 4-1 advantage, so they can afford to do that now. What it means is that the U17 will really have to come out a lot more aggressive and try to hustle them off the ball and to blow out of close marking. So the U17, look how deep Mitchell has to come back here now to get the ball. He's a striker for the U17, but he finds himself in a defensive third trying to get the ball that can't reach him from the midfielders. And that is a sign of pressure being exerted by the opponents. Corner here being won by the St. Mark's Western Stars. So we're just under 4 minutes left in the first half in regulation time. Not too many stoppages. We don't expect too much time to be added on for stoppages. And St. Mark's no doubt would go into the halftime interval feeling pretty much very comfortable with where they are in this encounter so far. Coach Rennie and Alexander would have a lot of talking to do in the dressing room as well. So it's another corner here for the St. Mark's Western Stars to be taken by Baptiste. Curling it away from goal. Crowded penalty area it is. The shot coming in, it's not a very good one. It's a feeble one, goes over the bar. A very crowded penalty area. Been played short here by goalkeeper Charles. It's with Hostialic now. Goes back to Thomas. Thomas goes back to Berkeley. Berkeley looking to find his player here, but being hustled off the ball by the St. Mark's Western Stars. It's with skipper St. John. Switches it across field now. Alexander. Been won here by Philip for U17. U17 under some pressure at the moment, having difficulty coming out of their own half of the field. Referee whistle goes here for dangerous play. A yellow card is issued here. Dissent been shown by the player as well. Let's see if that will trigger another response from the referee. But another yellow card been issued here to Jalen Young of the St. Mark's Western Stars. Just on the verge of the first half. But some very dangerous play indeed here. Really flaring the arms out and throwing the player off balance onto the turf here. Jalen Young been given the yellow card. St. Mark's Western Stars. Not a particularly good kick taken here. Been pushed off the ball here. Mitchell has pushed. I think it would have been Coutain who has been pushed off the ball. And the referee is having a word here with Young, who seems to be very vocal on the pitch and showing some dissent to the referee's decisions and calls. The referee may be just asking him to tone down, keep it down. Alexander. He's back with Alexander, looking to play a long ball across field here. And he finds George. George has it still. Looking for Mark. Mark has been fouled in the process. It's going to be a free kick, maybe 20 meters outside of the penalty area for the U17. It's an area where a dead ball specialist would lick his lips and revel at the opportunity to have a crack on goal. Lining up behind this one, we see Karim Coutain. We also see skipper St. John. Looks as though it will be Coutain. Well, let's see what sort of set play the St. Mark's Western Stars has for this one. Joining them now is Mark. So it seems to be a set play of some sort. Let's see what he can produce here. Indeed, it's a set play. The shot comes in, ricochets off one of the St. Mark's players and goes into touch. But it was an obvious set play here, but the final shot was not well directed. And so it did not create any danger to the goalkeeper Charles of the St. Mark's, of the under-17. So 3 minutes have been added for stoppages. And this is the first half of this encounter between the St. Mark's Western Stars and the national under-17 team. St. John looking for Coutain, finds Coutain. Coutain being able to find Baptiste. Good combination here as we see. Making the cross move here is Alexander, who normally plays outside on the left hand side, but we see him coming across to the right here now. Is Alexander. Just trying to create some more problems for the defense of the under-17. I think the under-17 will be happy to go into the halftime interval now to see how they can regroup. They started this encounter very well organized and so on. It became a little bit shabby towards the end, and would really want to go into the dressing room and do some introspection of the play and regroup and come back for the second half. St. Mark's Western Stars dominating possession now, being able to do as they like, if you may say, just knocking it around and maybe playing for the halftime whistle. Skipper St. John looking to find George on the left hand side, unable to do so. It's going to be a throw-in for St. Mark's Western Stars. They could afford to just slow it down now. It's Karim Kutain here. U17 looking to move forward, but doesn't have the numbers up front to do so, because they're under so much pressure in the defensive third that even when they get the chance to break, the players are still within that defensive third and unable to move forward. There must be some tired legs as well. And so at this stage of the first half, they'll be really looking to refresh themselves in the dressing room and come back out here. Pressure continues to be mounted by the St. Mark's Western Stars. St. Mark's Western Stars may be looking to have another goal before they go into the halftime interval. Not much time left to do so. We're actually into time added on for stoppage. Any moment now we would hear the referee's whistle. That's referee Michael Stanisklaw's whistle to indicate the end of the first half. An interesting first half it was. We will do a recap of the first half and get ready for some more live second half action. So the referee whistle goes to indicate is the halftime interval. And at the halftime, the score is 4-1 in favor of the St. Mark's Western Stars in the contest against the national under-17 team. So the goal scored by Kashim Williams in the 11th minute, and then it was Christian Julian in the 23rd minute. We had an own goal in the 30th minute, and then we had another goal by Christian Julian in the 40th minute of play to bring St. Mark's Western Stars 4-1 in this encounter. The lone goal scored by the national under-17 team, well, not the lone goal, but the only goal scored in the offensive area for the national under-17 team was scored in the 25th minute by Keishon Clark, the captain of the under-17 team. And so at least bringing some redemption to the under-17 team. Just to recap what happened in the first half, we saw a very good start by the national under-17 team, enjoying a fair amount of possession and really putting some pressure on the St. Mark's Western Stars, the more experienced team, and creating some anxious moments and some gaps in the defense as well. As we see here now, the statistics for the first half, 10 shots on goal by the Western Stars, as opposed to 2 shots on goal by the national under-17 team. 2 corner kicks by the Western Stars, none by the under-17 team. And quite a lot more fouls, twice times the amount of fouls committed by the Western Stars as against the under-17 team, 6-3 in that category. The goalkeepers, well, in this case, Charles was kept busy of the 2 goalkeepers, having to pull off 6 saves, as against 1 save pull off here by Welsh of the St. Mark's Western Stars. So we're going to take a short break and come back with more second half action, but to remind you, it's the Pro Grenada Cup live at the Grenada National Stadium. 4-1 in favor of the St. Mark's Western Stars in opposition to 1 goal from the national under-17 team. We'll be back with more live action. Stay tuned.
Are you looking for some early cash for Christmas?
Yes!
Then join the fun online. Play Waggy T Virtual Bingo. Because on Sunday, October 4th, from 6 p.m., you can win not 10, not 15, but a whopping $20,000 US cash. And the best part is, tickets are only $20 US. Available at gotofet.com or special box offices island-wide. And if you don't have any idea how to play, then visit our main office at Bruce Street Mall, where one of our agents will go through the process step by step. Remember, Sunday, 4th October, Waggy T Virtual Bingo is now $20,000 US. You don't want to miss this.
Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, located on the Carnage, is now open daily from 10 a.m. Over 40 of your favorite slot games in a spacious and comfortable atmosphere. We're also open on Sundays from 12 noon, so check us out. Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, where winning is easy. Remember, patrons must adhere to all safety protocols.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Shivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444 Rent. That's 444-7368, or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Shivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444 Rent. That's 444-7368, or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Shivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444 Rent. That's 444-7368, or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Shivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444 Rent. That's 444-7368, or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Shivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444 Rent. That's 444-7368, or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Shivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444 Rent. That's 444-7368, or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Shivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444 Rent. That's 444-7368, or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Shivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444 Rent. That's 444-7368, or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Shivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444.
That should be number 16. Number 16 out and number 18 in. Number 16, Trey John out, and number 18, VJ Valsing in.
We welcome you back to live second half action in this encounter between the St. Mark's Western Stars and the National Under-17 team in the Pure Grenada Cup here at the King James National Stadium. It's the second round of matches in this tournament, and the news is that St. Mark's Western Stars leads this encounter 4 goals to 1. A substitution has been made by the National Under-17 team. Out is Trey John, number 16, and in is VJ Valsin, number 18. That's the only substitution so far. The National Under-17 team, for those of you just joining us, they are in the yellow and green outfit, and in the maroon is the St. Mark's Western Stars. We saw a very balanced performance in the first half between those two teams, and I'm sure going into the locker room for the halftime interval, Coach Kurt Rennie would have had much more to say to his players than would Andrew Monroe to his St. Mark's Western Stars. So the National Under-17 team really fell apart in the second half of the first half, and the St. Mark's Western Stars really capitalized on that and really gained the ascendancy and scored some 3 additional goals. Christian Julian already have 2 in this encounter, coming from a hat-trick in the first round of matches, and no doubt he'll be one of the top contenders for the Golden Boot Award. Looking quite good this tournament is Christian Julian. So let's see if Coach Kurt Rennie and Gerard Alexander would have been able to muster some additional strength and courage and determination from the youngsters to get an even much more spirited performance in the second half. At times in the first half, they really did look good and was able to string some passes together and created some anxious moments for the defense for the St. Mark's Western Stars. But they really fell apart towards the end of the first half, and the experience of the St. Mark's team really took its toll on the youngsters. St. Mark's looking to come forward again. Some resolute defense here by the Under-17 team, but danger is not yet averted. St. Mark's Western Stars still has it. Looking to come to the middle now with Coutain. Coutain finds Mark. Mark has a shot on goal that ricochets, and the goalkeeper trying to make the tumbling save here. And that will be a corner for the St. Mark's Western Stars. The first corner of the second half, the third corner of the match, all 3 corners of the match so far going to the St. Mark's Western Stars. And already early signs of pressure on the National Under-17 team. Let's see if there's going to be a set play here for the corner. Very crowded penalty area. Directed to the penalty spot here. St. Mark's here been hustled and been rushed here by the Under-17. Poor clearance here by the Under-17 is still within the danger zone here. Looking to dribble his way out is that's Mitchell here. Finds Thomas. Thomas not making the good pass here, looking for Hostialik. And there's going to be more pressure applied here by the St. Mark's Western Stars. Good long through here, looking for Julian. Julian has it with his back to goal. Looking for his player here who has a tap in towards goal, but could have only found goalkeeper Charles for the Under-17 team. And no danger at all here. Maybe too much confidence again being shown here by the under-17 team, looking to wiggle their way out of their own penalty area and losing the ball in the process. Coutain it is here now, goes back to find his skipper, St. John. St. John goes wide and finds Batiste. Batiste to Alexander. Alexander looking to find his man here, but Coutain picks it up in the middle of the field. He's going to slow things down and direct some traffic here for St. Mark's Western Stars. The cross comes in here now. Good defense by the under-17, but it's going to be danger here. That's Mark. Mark having a left footer to goal. He was in a very good position here, and maybe squandering an opportunity. Shamari Mark should have really put that one in the back of the onion bag. And again, anxious moments for the under-17. Looking to knock their way out of defense here, the under-17. Good ball possession. Looking to make that long through pass here, but intercepted by St. Mark's Western Stars. Mark slips this one nicely here now. Another missed opportunity here by Kashim Williams, the goal scorer of the first goal. He had a golden opportunity here that he squandered. And already, we're just about 3 minutes into the second half, and 2 opportunities squandered here by the St. Mark's Western Stars. And if that is a sign of what is to come in the second half, we can see a lot more goals in this encounter. St. Mark's really coming out with purpose and more determination in the second half. And a lot of pressure here on the youngsters from the under-17 team. Shot comes in here. What goes over the bar? That's Kashim Williams again. Really looking to see if he can find a second goal in this encounter. And goalkeeper Charles on the back lineup. Buckley and others. Thomas under tremendous pressure in the early runnings of the second half. Given away easily here again by the under-17. It's Clarence in the right back here now, looking to find Mitchell. Strong tackle coming in here. And the referee whistle goes. That's Stanislas. Strong tackle here. Referee having some strong ones here with Mitchell for the national under-17 team. Player down for the St. Mark's is Jalen Young, and Jalen Young would have given us some strong challenges in the first half and been on the recipient end this time around. So it's a free kick here for the national under-17. Given away easily again. But an infringement called here by Stanislas against St. Mark's Western Stars, just about maybe 15 meters outside of the penalty area. Let's see what set play Kurt Rennie would have practiced with his team here. And lining up behind this one looks like the skipper. Very high defensive wall here being created by St. Mark's Western Stars. Only 4 players of the national under-17, so it looks as though it's going to be a direct kick on goal. And let's see what comes out of this one. Kick taken, it's high and wide, and no real threat to goalkeeper Welsh. And there was no real purpose in the kick here taken by Kishon Clark, I beg your pardon, the captain for the under-17 team. And really not causing any spot of bother for the goalkeeper for Western Stars. Western Stars looking to put together an attack from the defense. Down the left-hand side, being hustled here by the under-17 players. Losing the ball in the process. And coming away with it now is the under-17, but giving it away very easily to the Western Stars. A little bit of unsettled play here by both teams. But skipper St. John is going to marshal his defense and get the danger outside of his defensive third. St. Mark's Western Stars very strong in the middle of the field. Nice ball down the left-hand side here. Looking to find his player who didn't have a very good first touch, but recovers nicely here. Now finds Coutain. Coutain goes back to Alexander. That's George, the number 5 player, looking for Mark. Mark has been robbed of the ball here by Mitchell, who is on a solo run here, but losing the ball in the process. And that's one of the issues that we identified in the first half. Bad tackle here by Mitchell. Maybe caution this time. He may be cautioned for repetitive fouling. Not been done so. But that was one of the problems we identified by the under-17 team. They've been enjoying some possession from the midfield, but not been able to find the strikers up front. St. Mark's coming forward again. Been fouled just outside of the area. The referee whistle goes, and it's going to be a free kick in a very, very, very dangerous position here, just inside of the D. St. Mark's, the referee called it back outside of the D now, and it's going to be, I'm making a direct kick on goal. Again, we see Kutain and Shamari Mark lining up behind this one. Is it going to be one of the set plays, or is it going to be a direct kick on goal? And my bet is going to be a direct kick on goal. So a 5-man wall been constructed by the national under-17 team. Shamari Mark seems to be the one lining up behind this one. I'm sure he's going to curl this one away from the goalkeeper towards the right upright. Let's see what he does here. That's exactly what the intent was, but not well taken. And the angle that his approach to the ball would have made it very difficult for him to successfully execute that particular shot. And so it went wide of the upright. Again, giving our easy here. Kutain picks it up for Western Stars. Find Alexander. Alexander goes wide and finds his right back. He chips this one forward. But it's Hostialic here. Sorry, not Hostialic, but that would have been Belfon for the under-17 team. So we saw 2 early chances created by the St. Mark's Western Stars, but the play has been a little bit ragged in the start of the second half, and both teams will need to settle down very quickly. But already what we've seen is a lot of pressure being applied by St. Mark's Western Stars to the under-17 team. Corner taken quickly here. The cross comes in, goalkeeper goes up, misses, and comes back in again and almost scored here. What an opportunity missed here again. Defense caught napping here, and another opportunity goes up begging here by the St. Mark's Western Stars. I make it 3 clear-cut opportunities in the second half so far, and sooner or later we would see maybe a 5th goal by the Western Stars. Again, a lot of play inside of the penalty area of the under-17 team. Having some difficulty getting the ball out, looking to make the short passes to pass their way out of trouble. And that's Jalen Young, showing some good skill here. Skipper St. John. What has he done here, Skipper St. John? Give it away very easily. And it is an opportunity to score here, but a poor shot and being pushed away by goalkeeper Welsh. And goalkeeper Welsh recovering nicely. But there was a good opportunity here for Kishan Clark, skipper Kishan Clark, to get his 2nd goal of this encounter, but the shot being a very feeble one. So again, we've seen a lot of loopholes, a lot of gaps in the defense of the St. Mark's Western Stars. They would definitely have to tighten up on that going forward in this tournament. They're riding on a very big wave now, having won the first encounter and leading the second one 4-1. But I believe when they get a tougher challenge as the tournament gets onto the playoff stage, they would have to tighten up on the defense. Definitely they should not go into the other rungs of the competition looking so ragged at the back. Stronger teams would definitely capitalize on that and can result in goals against them. So the play continues here. It's live action at the Grenada National Stadium between the St. Mark's Western Stars and the National Under-17 team. It's a pure Grenada Cup, second round of matches. Comes to you live here. And we encourage you to share the like, as we say, and encourage others to join in and enjoy the live football action here at the National Stadium. St. Mark's Western Stars 4. The National Under-17 team 1. We're into the 60th minute of play. No goals yet in the second half. As Peters looking to make a move on the right hand side here, but having to encounter with some tough defensive work at the left back for the Under-17 team. That's Thomas, I beg your pardon. Thomas was kept very busy in the first half. That's Jalen Young is going to take the corner here for the St. Mark's Western Stars. Chips it towards the goal line, an easy take here for goalkeeper Charles, who finds Mitchell. Mitchell finds Belfon. Belfon back into Mitchell. Looking to find Hostialik. Hostialik been hustle off the ball here, but it is still with the U17. As Philip goes back into Charles. Charles to Buckley. Buckley to Mitchell. Mitchell to Thomas. Thomas looks around. St. Mark's with it here, been put under some pressure, is Jalen Young. Goes back to Welsh. Welsh finds George. George into Young. Back to Welsh. As Batissier finds keeper St. John. And that's exactly what St. Mark's needed to do in the first half. Just play patient, string the passes together, and look for the opportunities to move forward. And we can see the intent is clear now to do just that. Combination here between Hostialik and Thomas. Hostialik and Thomas again. But finds here now Philip. Philip been hustle off the ball here. A foul is called against St. Mark's. That's Thomas here looking to find the Russian striker. But it is Alexander who finds Mark. Mark finds Coutain. Coutain playing that ball across field here. Finds Baptiste. Baptiste making the left foot pass towards the goalkeeper. Not a good cross here by Baptiste. As we see an effort down the right hand side here by the Under-17. No real purpose in that attack. We can see the ease at which the defenders for the St. Mark's team are playing, and that's why sometimes they are a bit just too casual, and we see opportunities being given to the opposing team. St. Mark's coming forward again, but being hustled off the ball here by Mitchell. It's now with Hostialik down the left hand side, looking to play this one inside, but good defensive work by St. Mark's Western Stars. A substitution is about to be made by the St. Mark's Western Stars, and I can tell you that the player coming off is Shaquille Peters, and the player entering will be Moran Phillip. Moran Phillip, number 11. He will be replacing Shaquille Peters, number 14. Second substitution would also be made, and Real Alexander, who had a yellow card in the first half, he will be replaced by Ryan Alexander. So it's Alexander for Alexander. And the third substitution The player coming out would be Cashim Williams, the scorer of the first goal, player number 20, and he will be replaced by number 7, that's Lenroy Augustine. So a very strong bench indeed by St. Mark's Western Stars to have players like Moran Phillip, Lenroy Augustine coming off the bench. It shows the depth and the strength of the St. Mark's Western Stars. So player seems to be down here. It looks as though it's Belfon for the U17. So it's live action here at the Kiriani James Athletic Stadium in the Partygrenada Cup. First match of a doubleheader tonight between the St. Mark's Western Stars and the National Under-17 team. 4-1 in favor of the St. Mark's Western Stars. No goals yet in the second half, but we saw maybe 3 clear chances by the St. Mark's Western Stars and 1 by the National Under-17 team. Interesting to see 3 substitutions all been made at the same time by Coach Andrew Monroe. But that is to bring maybe a fresh new look to the team on the pitch at the moment. And maybe to mesmerize at the same time the U17, who now have to contend with these 3 fresh pair of legs. So a lot of possession being enjoyed by the Western Stars. They really have it their own way of the proceedings and really dictating the pace at which the game goes. Nice ball here to find Augustine. Augustine back heels nicely here to find his man George. George gets the cross in. Looking for Mark here. Unable to find Mark. Hostialic has it here for the U17, gives it away easily. An infringement is called against the St. Mark's Western Stars. A substitution about to be made here. Hostialic comes out for the National Under-17 team. And Dishon Thomas goes in. So if you look at the National Under-17 team, they concentrated a lot of their efforts on the left-hand side of the field. And that's where Hostialic was. So he was really overworked in that position. And maybe he's some tired legs as well that accounted for his substitution. So as I said earlier on, a lot of pressure being exerted here on the team by St. Mark's. And the youngsters having a really, really tough challenge to see out the challenge of St. Mark's Western Stars and put together their own offensive attacks. They're really under some pressure at the moment. But nonetheless, they've still given a good account for of themselves, creating opportunities and putting some pressure, as we see here now again. Another set of pressure being created and some more holes punctured into the defense of the St. Mark's Western Stars. That's Thomas. Thomas finds the substituted player, Thomas. So it's 2 Thomas on the field here now for the Under-17. We have Dishon Thomas and we have Jaden Thomas. Handball being called here against Kenneth Noel, one of the substituted players as well. Just about 70 minutes gone in this encounter. Score 4-1 in favor of the St. Mark's Western Stars. Shamari Mark lines up behind this free kick. We saw a poke kick taken moments ago by him. He's going to have another go at this one. Let's see what happens on this occasion. Looking for the set play here, but the kick again not well directed. And so it was an easy clearance here by the under 17. Nice ball being played across the field here to find Vijay Valsin. And Valsin been given some strong challenge here. Very diminutive figure of Valsin. Coming up against the more powerful St. Mark's player. Kick to be taken here by Noel. Curls it towards the penalty spot. Not a good first touch here by Thomas. And so it's going to be resetted here by St. Mark's Western Stars. So it's second half action in the Partygrenada Cup between St. Mark's Western Stars and the national under-17 team. It's an opportunity for a goal here by St. Mark's Western Stars, but good marking instead of the penalty area by the under-17 team being able to avert the danger here. But St. Mark's still has it, and that's George. George finds Augustine. Augustine goes across field to find St. John, who has a cracker on goal, but he was always going up and really didn't call goalkeeper Charles into action. But the intention was clear here that skipper St. John was going to have a cracker on goal. U17 looking to come out down the right hand side. We have not seen many of the attacks coming down from the right hand side. They generally tend to look towards the left hand side, where it was populated with the likes of Thomas and Hostialic and Belfon. Tussle here by Moran Phillip. Struggle to get position. But some mix up here, but goalkeeper Charles really coming off his line smartly and picking up the loose ball. Thomas, it is here, who finds his player here, Philip. Philip finds Mitchell. We have not seen much of Mitchell in the second half. Very confident player indeed, likes to carry the ball, likes to dribble. As we see Clark looking to apply some pressure here now on skipper St. John. Skipper St. John, the much bigger of the two, being able to win that contest. St. Mark's looking to come forward again. Coutin looking to come down that left hand side, but it's a loose ball. Bad communication here by St. Mark's. Charles has it for the U17. Charles finds Philip. U17 losing the ball here now. It's with St. Mark's. St. Mark's looking to slip a nice ball forward here, looking for Julian. Julian not on the same team sheet with the midfield for St. Mark's, and so unable to read that play. U17 again looking to put together some passes. We saw them in the first half, a lot more purposeful, a lot more determined, and were able to string quite a number of passes together. But they've really lost their shape in the second half, and even towards the end of the first half, and looking a little bit ragged now in the second half. Looking to come forward again. Nice ball being played across the field here, looking for his player here. Finds him nicely, still has it inside of the penalty area. Comes back out here looking for Mitchell. Mitchell loses the ball in the process. But it was a good pass here that was made to Dishon Thomas. And again, danger not yet averted. Now it is by skipper St. John. And that's Brian Alexander here finds Karim Coutain. Coutain goes wide to find Augustine. Augustine plays it back across field. Header comes in here. Been headed away by the U17. Not a good pass here at all. U17 need to play with a lot more composure, a lot more confidence in the ball. Sometimes we see it, sometimes we don't. Good interception here by Noel. Some passes been strung together here by the U17. Looking to move forward is U17. The pass not a good one. And it's going to be shepherded into touch here by Jalen Young for St. Mark's Western Stars. So no goals yet in the second half. We anticipated by now that there may have been goals either side of the pitch. Most likely from the St. Mark's Western Stars, but we have not seen any yet. It's still 4-1. That was the score at halftime. It still remains St. Mark's Western Stars enjoying a 3-goal advantage over the U17 team. But what we see definitely in the second half, most of the ball possession is being had by the St. Mark's Western Stars. The U17, they've had some possession but not been able to put together the series of passes that we'd have seen them done in the first half, and giving away the ball quite easily on many occasions. There they go, there they have it again. U17 losing the ball here in the process to Julian, and then regaining it with Charles. Let's see how well they can do on this occasion. Been pressure, they're having to go back is the U17. They're coming forward now. Nice ball down the left hand side, looking here for Vijay Valsing. Is he able to stop it? No, he doesn't. And the referee's assistant right there to pick it up. Vijay needs some speed. Very slim built is Vijay. A substitution about to be made here, and that will be by the Western Stars. And the player coming out is Karim Coutain, and going in is Kimron Julian. So you have 2 Thomases on the U17, 2 Julians. On the St. Mark's Stars, also 2 Alexanders on the St. Mark's Stars. A goalkeeping substitution by the Western Stars as well. So Andre Welsh, who hasn't had much to do in goal, he comes out. And Riddell Scott would replace him beneath the bars, or within the uprights. So I think what Andrew Monroe is doing here, maybe he's just giving some exposure to his second string goalkeeper. I think he has already determined that this is a match in the bag, and maybe he should just expose his goalkeeper to get some match experience and to get a feel of how this tournament is going. So if he's called to duty further on into the tournament, he will have already had some experience in the tournament. There he is, Julian, Kimron Julian, substituted goalkeeper. Again, some very untidy passes here by the U17. As they look to come forward now, skipper Clark finds VJ. VJ not having a good first touch at all. Goalkeeper Scott finds his captain, St. John. St. John finds Mark. A lot of composure now with the St. Mark's 11 on the pitch. Really not been pushed too hard here by the U17. As we see here now, it's with Ryan Alexander. Alexander finds Lemon Augustine. Augustine finds Julian. And it's the first goal of the second half, and that's the hat-trick now for Julian. So it's back-to-back hat-tricks for Christian Julian. That's his third goal in this match here today. And I make it also his second hat-trick in the tournament. As we look back to the goal here again, not very good defensive work here by the U17, not being able to clear the ball. And Julian picking up the loose ball, just lobbed it into the net to get his second hat-trick of the tournament. And he will be one of the top contenders for the Golden Boot Award indeed. So it's 5-1 in favor of St. Mark's Western Stars. Goal scored in the 80th minute, the 5th goal. So just under 10 minutes left in regulation time. Let's see what the St. Mark's Western Stars can do, and let's also look to see how well the U17 can rebound from the 5-1 deficit. Another opportunity missed here by St. Mark's. I believe we have some really tired legs of the U17 in the back now, and they are unable to clear when it's necessary, and that gives a lot of opportunities to the Western Stars. That's Clark here with a lot of space and time. He finds Noel. Noel back into Clark. Clark loses the ball. Noel back with it here now. That's Mitchell here. Mitchell been contended by two St. Mark's Stars here. Being hustle of the ball. Leroy Augustine to Mark. Good pass here. Is the shot going to come in? The shot comes in. It's a feeble one here from Leroy Augustine. And I think it's going to be a corner for... That would have been Moran Phillip. It's going to be a corner for... Or a throw-in, I beg your pardon. For Western Stars. Looking to find the far post here was Shamari Mark. Only been able to find the goalkeeper. St. John using his upper body strength here to rob the youngster of the ball. Cameron Julian been given a piece of the action as well. Looking to make the fancy passes here is Leroy Augustine. Goalkeeper Charles having to hustle off the line. It's a nice situation here for Mitchell. Is he going to take his man on? No, he decides to go to the middle to find Dishon Thomas. Dishon Thomas not making a good pass here. Slow counter attack by St. Mark's. Skipper St. John wants to have a piece of the action too. He has left the fullback position and moved forward. Leroy Augustine, the shot comes in straight to goalkeeper Charles. No difficulty whatsoever. But a lot of pressure on the youngsters. They must be very tired because it's constant pressure here from the St. Mark's Western Stars. As we see young VJ going down again. Young VJ, not the heaviest or strongest of the players on the pitch, and having to deal with some of the bigger players here really disadvantages young VJ. Good defensive work here by the U17. The pressure continues to be mounted here by the St. Mark's Western Stars. Moran Phillip finds Julian. Julian not making a good pass here. But Mark is able to regain possession for Western Stars. Western Stars coming forward again. The shot comes in and it looks as though it came from Ryan Alexander. Not a good shot. And goalkeeper Charles not having to do much about this one, but just to watch it go over the bar. Again, the U17 trying to worm their way out of the defense. Having some difficulties in doing so. But the intention is good. Not just kicking the ball downfield, but really trying to pass their way out of the defensive area. And that seems to be what they've been drilled to do. Again, another opportunity missed here. Maybe not clear as previous ones. Leroy Augustine taking it on the half volley, but setting it wide. So not much we see, not much we're getting out of the U17 at the moment. They basically contended on defending as St. Mark's continues to attack them in numbers and in frequency as well. That's Belfon having to pull back way back into his own half. He's one of the strikers for the U17. Again, looking to find Mitchell, unable to do so. Mark finds Moran Philip. Philip finds Julian. Julian not making a good pass, but regains possession of the ball. Finds George along the left-hand side. George back to Augustine. Augustine into Moran Philip. Some nice passes put together here by St. Mark's. The shot comes in now. Maybe they could have put together a couple more passes. I felt that the shot came in a little bit too early and too rushed. And so a good build-up went a beg in there. Appeal for the foul. The referee said none of it. Is he going to pull the trigger on this one? Up, so pass it to the goalkeeper. And goalkeeper Charles right there, avoiding the danger and recovering quickly as well. It's Thomas on the left-hand side. Thomas was very much involved in the first half. As we see here is Philip looking to find Mitchell. Goalkeeper comes off his line and Mitchell still has it. Is it Mitchell? Yes, indeed it's Mitchell. He's there by himself looking to find Philip. Philip not making a good pass here again as Dion Philip. And St. Mark's is going to come forward with a very slow counter attack. Ball slipped forward here nicely now. The shot comes in, but goalkeeper Charles is right there. And I make it goalkeeper Charles would have had maybe a dozen saves in this match so far. In the first half alone, he had 6 saves. And for the number of attacks that St. Mark's have put together, I'm sure he has pulled off more than a dozen saves in this match so far. Kenneth Noel looking to find Mitchell. Mitchell he wanted the goalkeeper, but he squanders this opportunity. I think at first Mitchell thought he was in an offside position. He was looking towards the referee's assistant. When he recognized the flag didn't come up, he continued. And then the goalkeeper really narrowed the angle on him. He went for the power shot, but didn't have full possession of the ball. And so it looks like full time, is it? As we see the replay again, there we see the it's a substitution. Yes, a substitution about to be made by the U17. The player going in is Daryl Phillip, and the player coming out looks as Thomas, Jaden Thomas. The player actually coming out is Belfon, Chanel Belfon. And the player going in is Daryl Phillip. St. Mark's looking to come forward again with St. John. Looking to find Augustine. Augustine has it. Goes back to find his left back, who is George. He's back with Augustine. No look pass by Augustine. Ryan Alexander looking to find George inside. But it is still with the Western Stars. The shot comes in. It's not a good one of the left boot. But a lot of opportunities created here and a lot of opportunities squandered as well by St. Mark's Western Stars. A lot of pressure on the youngsters, having to defend the barrage of attacks from the Western Stars. And they've been able to hold their own as well. Maybe carrying the ball a little bit too long here. Is the player as another attack with 40. Speed and strength comes into play here. An appeal for the foul here by Alexander. Maybe that's the first time we see one of the youngsters really using some upper body strength to gain possession of the ball over the St. Mark's Western Stars. The reverse happens here on this occasion. This youngster, Daryl Phillip, that's the second time he goes down in rapid succession. But he looks as though he's one of the more aggressive strikers. As we've just been told, 5 minutes have been added on for stoppages in the second half. So we've gone past regulation time. We're now into time added on for stoppages. It's 5-1 in favor of the Western Stars. Looking to come forward again. This time it was Moran Phillip who was stopped in his tracks here by the youngsters. Good move again. That youngster Mitchell always looking dangerous. Cuts inside now. Looking for support. Can't find support. Finds Daryl Phillip now. Let's see what Phillip does. Phillip maybe taking too long here. Being robbed of the ball, and an infringement is called on Rohan George. He's trying to explain to the referee's assistant what actually happened, but the referee's assistant had his own views on it right in front of him, as a matter of fact. And it's going to be a free kick for the national under-17 team. Kick will be taken here by Kenneth Noel. I'm sure he's going to be looking for Mitchell. And that was his intent, indeed, looking for Mitchell. Mitchell is the danger man here for the under-17 team. But looking also good is Daryl Phillip, who just came off the bench. But counter-attack here by Western Stars. Shot comes in now off the bar. The goalkeeper's best friend coming to assist him here. And the danger averted now as VJ. Make a nice pass forward. Looking to move forward is VJ. The pass is not a good one for VJ in return. But with VJ's speed this evening here, that ball would have to be played directly to VJ's foot. Western Stars taking the time about it now. Not been pressured. And just dominating the proceedings is the Western Stars. Ball chipped forward here. Missed by the defender here. Augustine looking for his fourth one in this encounter. Danger averted by some resolute defending here by the under-17. But the attacks continue to come forward by the Western Stars. Good 1-2 passes here now. And maybe that would be goal number 6. Good defensive work here now by Kenneth Noel. It was indeed a good opportunity, a good look on goal here by the St. Mark's attacker. And Kenneth Noel was just at the right place at the right time. Being able to avoid danger here for his team. Moran Phillip plays this one short. Some fancy footwork here. Exhibition style football now by St. Mark's. An appeal for handball. Referee said none of it. Charles is going to make the long boot downfield looking for Mitchell, I'm sure. He goes straight into goalkeeper Scott, Riddell Scott. St. John looking to come forward. With just about 1 minute maybe left in time added on for stoppages. St. Mark's may be looking to see if they can get one more before the final whistle goes. On the contrary, the under-17 team will be saying, nobody goes past us, no more goals coming from you guys. Good save here by goalkeeper Charles. That one was curling towards the far post, and there was not a lot of power on the shot, but it was well directed. It was destined for goal, and goalkeeper Charles flung himself to the left, pushing it across the line. It's going to be a corner for the Western Stars. Another shot on goal here, ricochets of the defender. That was Shamari Mark who had a cracker on goal there. And that looks like the final whistle is the end of the match. A match between the St. Mark's Western Stars and the National Under-17 team. A match going in favor of the St. Mark's Western Stars, 5-1. At the end of the first half, it was 4-1. We only saw one goal in the second half. But it's worthy to mention that Christian Julian got his second consecutive hat-trick in the tournament, scoring 3 of the goals, and the other goal, one was an own goal, and the first goal was scored by Kashim Williams. The lone goal for the National Under-17 team was scored by skipper Kishon Clark in the 25th minute of play. In summary, I thought that in the first half, the National Under-17 team really gave a good account of themselves, although the score line didn't really reflect that. But they really started off well. They had a lot of ball possession. They faltered towards the end of the first half and never really recovered. Coming out of the halftime interval and into the second half, St. Mark's really applied a lot of pressure within the first 15 minutes and created a lot of opportunities. Unfortunately, they were not able to convert those opportunities, and the National Under-17 was placed under immense pressure for the entire of the second half. They were hardly able to come out of their own half of the of play, and so only created maybe 1 or 2 opportunities in the second half. Goalkeeper Charles was called to duty on several occasions and would have pulled off maybe 15 or more saves. We will see the statistics in a while. But on the other hand, the goalkeepers for the St. Mark's Western Stars, both Andrew Welch and Riddell Scott, not having too much to do within the uprights. As we see here, the stats, 27 shots on goal, as against 3 by the Under-17, 27 by St. Mark's. There were 7 corner kicks, all corner kicks going to St. Mark's. St. Mark's faltered in the foul area. They committed 9 fouls, got 2 yellow cards as well, as opposed to 5 fouls by the Under-17 team. And there were 13 saves, actually 13 saves by the goalkeeper for the Under-17 team, as compared to 2 saves by the goalkeeper for the Western Stars. So all in all, it was a good encounter. I thought that the Under-17 team gave a better showing as compared to their first encounter against the St. Patrick's Crown City Strikers. They still have some work to do. Coach Kurt Rennie and Gerard Alexander would have to do a lot more work with these youngsters, but quite a lot of purpose, quite a lot of talent. We saw young Clark looking good. We saw Mitchell up front looking good. Hostiali continues to do well. Goalkeeper Charles is looking good within the uprights as well. And so there's quite a lot of talent for the coaches to work with. And so we must give some credit to the youngsters for holding their own and playing against much more seasoned players, much more experienced players, and players with even greater skill. So to hold out St. Mark's Western Stars to 5-1, I thought that it gave a very good account of themselves and need some credit as well. But all the glory goes to the St. Mark's Western Stars. They are the true victors. They dominated play, they scored more goals, and Christian Julian has really sent out a clear message here that he is going to campaign for the Golden Boots Award with 6 goals in the tournament from 2 games, a feat that is going to be very difficult to beat, and a strong contender for the Golden Boots, as we say. So we're going to leave you here with the final scoreline, 5-1 in favor of the St. Mark's Western Stars against the National Under-17 team. We're getting set. We ask you to stay with us. We're going to be coming back with the second encounter, which will be between the Big Parish Stars and the St. John's team. Stay with us. We'll be back with more live action from the Grenada National Stadium of the Pure Grenada Cup 2020.
Are you looking for some early cash for Christmas?
Yes!
Then join the fun online. Play Waggy Virtual Bingo. Because on Sunday, October 4th, from 6 p.m., you can win not 10, not 15, but a whopping $20,000 US cash. And the best part is, tickets are only $20 US. Available at gotofet.com or special box offices island-wide. And if you don't have any idea how to play, then visit our main office at Bruce Street Mall, where one of our agents will go through the process step by step. Remember, Sunday, 4th October, Waggy Virtual Bingo is now $20,000 US. You don't want to miss this.
Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, located on the Carnage, is now open daily from 10 a.m. Over 40 of your favorite slot games in a spacious and comfortable atmosphere. We're also open on Sundays from 12 noon, so check us out. Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, where winning is easy. Remember, patrons must adhere to all safety protocols.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, grey and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George.